for today's video, but I'm going to be doing a reaction to the Champions League group stage draw that is going to be starting very shortly, and we're just going to analyse some of the teams and who I think is going to be the favourites, and we're going to be seeing my live reaction to the actual group stage draw. So obviously looking into it, pot 1 we have Real Madrid, obviously last year's winners, Frankfurt, who were last year's Europa League winners. You've got Manchester City, champions of England, AC, champions of Italy, Bayern Munich, Germany, Paris Saint-Germain, Porto and Ajax, most of them because of being champions of their leagues of their countries. So it's looking very strong in that department. Pot 2, I think this might be the strongest pot 2 I've ever seen from a Champions League group stage for a long time. You've got Liverpool, you've got Chelsea, you've got Barca, you've got Juve, Atletico Madrid, Sevilla, Leipzig and Spurs. Absolute frightening teams. And then pot 3, you've got Salzburg, Shakhtar, Inter Milan, Napoli, Benfica, Sporting and Bayer Leverkusen. And then finally on pot 4, we have Rangers, Dynamo Zagreb, Marseille, Copenhagen, Club Brugge, Celtic, Victoria. I'm not even going to. I am not even going to try and pronounce them last 2 teams. But if we're looking into it, if I was to go on who I think will be very likely to win the Champions League, even though it's very, very early, but you're always going to have odds-on favourites at the start. Obviously, you can't ever knock out Real Madrid. They have definitely got to be one of the favourites for this year. In terms of pot 1, Frankfurt, I don't see him being strong enough to go all the way. I don't really see it. Manchester City, I mean, they've got such a huge depth and quality, and they were last year's semi-finalists and got knocked out by Real Madrid. But Real Madrid went on a sensational run and incredible comebacks all the way through on their route to the final. AC Milan in the Champions League, yeah, they were in it last year, and so this is their second year running being in the Champions League yet again. Be interesting to see how they'll do in the Champions League. I mean, last year's City are champions, but in terms of going all the way, I can't see them doing it. But in terms of my other odds-on favourites, you've got Madrid, you've got Man City. I think Bayern could have a good shot this year. I mean, strengthening in defence, bringing in Mane, even though they've lost Lewandowski, they have still got a ridiculous team that can cause problems for any club on the planet. And then you've got Paris Saint-Germain with the players they got and the way they've been playing recently. I mean, they've won every game so far, so it would be pretty difficult not to include them because of such a huge amount of quality that they have got. So they will be in the favourites for me. And in terms of pot 2, Liverpool, well, to anyone who watches our videos regularly, I think Liverpool are going to have a shaky season. And they've had a really shaky season thus far. You know, only drawing 2 games out of their 3 and losing to Man United the other day. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be strong enough to go all the way, because I think they're going to possibly have a stinky season in the Champions League as well, not just Premier League. Then you've got Barcelona. Even though they got their financial issues, they still got a very strong team. But I just predict that they're going to have a similar season to last. Just not going to be as strong as they were years ago. They're not the same Barcelona that they used to be. And then you got Juventus, my club truly, and Champions League, not a chance, I got to be honest. But you know what, I would back us to get to the final, only to lose it, because that is Juventus. But with the transfer window we've had, I could see us going deep into the tournament. I don't think necessarily we're going to challenge for it. I could see us getting quarterfinals, maybe semis. But if I had to pick my 3 favourites for this year's Champions League, it would be Real Madrid, Manchester City, and I'd have to go PSG, to be honest, because you just can't not include them with the quality that they have in their squad. Oh, The one that I would like to get the most would be probably Ajax, if I'm being honest. Ajax would probably be the team that I would most likely want. In pot three, easiest ones, I'd say. I mean, anything can happen in Champions League, so I wouldn't say necessarily easy, but the team that I would prefer to get, possibly Salzburg, to be honest, out of all of them. Salzburg or maybe Bayern Leverkusen. That would be one of my preferred teams that I would like to get. And then pot four, probably Glens. I'd probably butcher that name, but that would be the particular team that I would want to get. And then teams that I don't want to get in pot four, Rangers. They could cause issues at any given day. I'd probably say in pot three, the team I would not want to get is Dortmund. Sorry about that, guys. Connection issue. Yeah, I would have to say, yeah, Real Madrid would really not be the ones I want to play because, this is their competition. Real Madrid own the Champions League. This has been their competition for decades, winning 14, the most Champions Leagues. That is just, any given day, they would just cause anyone any problems. So that is just definitely the team that I would not want to get. Even if, though, they got rid of Casemiro, they don't, and that is a big loss for them in the middle of the park, I still would not want to go up against the likes of Vinicius, Benzema, Modric, and even if we get past their defence going one-on-one against, in my opinion, the best keeper in the world, Thibaut Courtois, that is just something I do not want to see. I mean, if we get far into the competition, those are the teams that we would have to go up against. But if I'm looking at it realistically, I should just be expecting round of 16 quarterfinals. But we're going to see who will be drawing who very shortly. I think they're going to be giving the rewards out soon. And then, yeah, the awards, definitely, you got to give Benzema the player of the tournament. Keeper, you got to give Courtois. But what I'm really disgusted about with these awards is that how has Kevin De Bruyne got into the three best players of the Champions League, completely disregarded the fact that Vinicius as well, he had an outstanding season. And when me and Ash first saw the nominees for the best three players, that was just criminal. De Bruyne, I know is even their top goal scorer last year, but yeah, it just ain't right leaving Vinicius out. He played the tournament of his life, and then, champion. Who were the nominees for defenders? Sorry, guys, let me just get this up. Sorry about this, guys. It's just taking a while trying to find the right. Okay, going on to Coach of the Year award. You got to give it to Ancelotti. If this is just based on UEFA, as a whole, he just won the Super Cup, he won the Champions League with them last year, and yeah, there's just no debate really. I mean, you can't give it a Klopp. He didn't win any of the big trophies last season. Pep, but Premier League, he won last year with Manchester City, but there's just no way that anyone except Carlo Ancelotti should get the award this year. Anything other than that is just going to be absolute criminal. on this year's UEFA President's Award. It's gone to the former iconic AC Milan coach Arrigo Sacchi. He just won it this year. Absolute sensational coach. Any youngsters out there that want to see one of the greatest coaches of all time and like watch tactics, how we set up the team, and how we built the best team in the world, you should go and watch how Arrigo Sacchi was as a coach. He was just unbelievable. For me, one of the 5 greatest coaches to have ever coached in the game. Like, he was just absolutely sensational. I can't seem to find defenders. Like best midfielder of the year, best defender of the year. Unless they're not doing it this year. But if I had to give my choice, best goalkeeper, definitely Thibaut Courtois. Absolutely. He has by far been the best goalkeeper in the world. This last season, it was one of the best goalkeeping performances I have ever seen in my life. He was just absolutely sensational. Even in that final, the saves that he made, the save against Mane, the save against Salah, there's just no comparison as of right now of who's the best keeper in the world. People say Edison, people say Alisson, just no debate whatsoever. Anyone who thinks that, then you really need to go and know what you're talking about, because it's just not up for debate. Best defender, I'd have to say. Best defender, I'd have to say. It's pretty tough because no one was really outstanding last year. No one was really outstanding. But just on the basis that he won the Champions League, I'd have to give it to Alaba. People say Van Dijk, he had an average season. Everyone keeps ranting about how good Van Dijk was. I don't know what the hell they were watching. Van Dijk did not have an outstanding season. Even on to the lead up to the final was very shoddy at times. And the team conceding a lot of goals through to the Champions League, conceding 2 against Villarreal, 3 against Benfica, almost giving the lead away against Inter Milan. It's just, Van Dijk is not that great. Everyone's comparing him and saying he is one of the greatest defenders that has ever played football. Not even in the conversation. Everyone that keeps ranting about, Van Dijk, he is a good player. A very good player. He is not one of the greatest of all times. He is not even, in my opinion, one of the 5 greatest centre-backs in the Premier League history. And then midfielder, finally, I'd have to say Luka Modric. I mean, Real Madrid have just had solid individual performances. Modric making some brilliant assists that got him all the way to the final. I'd have to give it to Modric. Then Alaba was very good for them last year, and because he's got the big trophy, you'd have to give it to him. And then goalkeeper, Courtois, obviously, and then Benzema. Best forward, best player. Anything less than that, it is just absolutely daylight robbery. He has to get that award. There's just no one else in the conversation. Yes, you could probably say Lewandowski scored more or as many goals, but Benzema just coming up at the right times, being an absolute clutch player. It's just there's no argument on who should get the award. I think they're just having a preview of the last year's Champions Leagues, and then I think they will be getting to the group stage draw. Showing the highlights of last year, just seen when Villarreal knocked us out. It's just one of the poorest performances I've ever seen. anyone saying anything on the chat? I'll be back in a second, guys. Just need to get some water. Sorry about that, lads and lasses. I think they're just handing out the award for Arrigo Sacchi for the UEFA's President's Award. Has he passed away? I don't know if he's still with us. Oh yes, he's still with us, thank God. Oh, here he is. Honestly, I'll say again, if you really want to learn, if there's anyone out there that's an aspiring football coach that wants to be a football coach, you have to look into how Arrigo Sacchi played the team, how he set up his tactics. He is just honestly one of the greatest coaches you will ever be able to learn off. He built one of the greatest, probably on the greatest team, not just AC, Italy, even in Europe, players that team, Galli, Maldini, Baresi, Costa Curta, the trio, the Dutchman, Gullit, Rijkaard, Van Basten, even had Ancelotti in the middle there. It was just one of the greatest teams that football has ever seen. He adapted an attacking philosophy in Italy when at the time, and still to this day, is revered as a really defensive style of football, and he was just never satisfied with like 1-0, 2-0. He would always say to his players, if we get 1-0, get 2-0, get 2-0, 3-0, get 4-0, 5-0, just get more. And he definitely should keep receiving accolades for all he's done in football, particularly in Italian football, because that really gave us, that just showed how great the league was. Like, we had that sort of quality back in the day. Here he is, coming to take the award. Legend. Bloody hell, he still looks good for his age. Honestly, in Italy, I'm kind of blessed that I'm from there. Like, I mean, if I can look half that good at that age, oh, mate, I'll be laughing. God bless him. I started the chat a little bit too early, guys. You're just going to be seeing me eating a bit of chocolate and drinking water. Probably for the next 10-20 minutes. Oh, they better get started on it soon. Yeah, Champions League is back. Honestly, no debate. It's the best club competition in the world, the best club competition of all time. What Juventus lift that trophy just once in my life. During my lifetime, they've lost 3 finals. It's just, we've lost the most finals in Champions League history. We've been to 9 and lost 7. It's just not good at all. I'm very happy to see the Champions League back. I know Ash is definitely happy to see the Champions League back. Real Madrid fan to see how many times? 5 Champions Leagues since he's been following football. You lucky bastard. Bravo, Saki. You deserve it. Yes, teams that I would definitely want to avoid, obviously, Man City. Yeah, Dortmund, that's the only team really that I would only somewhat fear in pot 3. Obviously, like, we can't get Inter, we can't get Napoli. If that was the case, we could have got them. Those would have been 2 teams that I would have definitely wanted to avoid, but we can't get them. So realistically, I wouldn't fear Benfica, Sporting, Leverkusen, Salzburg, Shakhtar. I wouldn't fear them teams, to be honest. But definitely, I would want to avoid Dortmund and them teams that I've mentioned before. And then in pot 4, Rangers, to be honest. Seeing how they played in the Europa League last year, would not want to go up against them because they've got some decent players that could trouble us. I'll be back in a sec, guys. About that, guys. You know, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Any chats while I was gone? No, still the same questions. Champions League better start soon, because I'm getting a little bit bored of that now. While I'm waiting, might as well do something else. Come on, when's this bloody draw gonna start? Okay, now it looks like it's going to be starting, guys. Should be minutes away. I'm going to probably be dishing out a few more awards, maybe. Seen on the chat to this live stream for the Champions League. Like, where's United? Where's United? They finished fucking 7th. What do you mean, where's Man United? They're shit. It's pretty big as well. Like, first time for a while. Like, I don't know how long it is. How long has it been? Probably since 2005, 2006, since Ronaldo has not played in the Champions League, which is very big deal. You know, we're seeing one of the greatest players of all time not participating in the Champions League. Right, now they're just giving all the details of the draw, like who can get who and who can't get anyone else. Oh, what's it? I'm not too worried about pot 3 and pot 4. Because there's not a great deal of teams that I would really fear. And I think this is going to be the last season until, because next year there's going to be a new format for the Champions League, the group. So, be interesting to see how that one plays out. Just stating that teams from the same country can't be put together in the same group. And so now Frankfurt, it'd be interesting to see if we did get Frankfurt, you know, if we bring in Kostic, see how he will do against his old former club. And I know all you Frankfurt fans that watch our channel would like to see, would have liked to have seen Frankfurt against Madrid again, or possibly Juve. Those who watch our channel, much love to the Frankfurt fans, but we will destroy you. With all due respect, I honestly think we would really play you off the park with the team that we got, and you losing a key player in Kostic, and just, I mean, did very well to keep hold of players like Boré and a few others. But now we have to play with the mentality that we do not fear anyone. But if we were to get PSG, I would be shitting my jogs. Come on, let's see the damn draw. And they're just going to be putting all teams of pot 1 into all the groups. Now, just seeing a quick promo of teams in pot 1. Seeing Madrid, obviously, last year's winners. Frankfurt, who are the Europa League champions and went on such an incredible journey to win it. Man City, Premier League champions. Huge golf quality with the team. Just missing out. AC Milan, City are champions, who were very poor in last year's Champions League, getting knocked out and going 4th. Bayern Munich, German champions, who've got absolute ridiculous quality, especially up top. PSG as well, Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, Verratti, Ramos, just quality in team, but just didn't gel well together last year. Porto, Portugal champions. Ajax as well, Dutch champions. I think, yeah, that's it for pot 1. Going to be starting any moment now. Unless they're going to give us another fucking promo on pot 2 and go through all the other pots. No, it's about to get underway, guys. We're going to see. I think this is the teams first. And then they're going to be put into groups. Who's first? Ajax is first. That's the first team picked out of the draw. And we're going to see which group they're going to go into. It's just formality here. And then when it gets to pot 2, that's when it will get very interesting. See who will be in each other's groups. Come on, yeah, speed it up, lad. Oh no, they're doing the first group as they go. So Ajax have got. Oh no. My bad. They're doing it from A to G, and Porto are going to be in Group B. So Ajax in Group A, Porto in Group B. Who's next? Who's going to be in Group C? Bayern in Group C. Ooh. Bayern in Group C now. So this is going to go pretty quick. There was like no need to like do the draws for like each pot, otherwise it was just going to take so long. So now Group D. Who's going to go in Group D? Eintracht Frankfurt. They are in Group D. Okay, that's halfway through the first. Last year's Europa League champions, said again, got a very good team. Interesting to see how they're doing the Champions League. Oh, for God's sake, yeah. Now, they definitely had it. Absolutely no way they should have finished last. Good. Man City. Man City in Group G. Man City in Group G. That means PSG will be in Group 8. See which teams in pot 2 are going to go in each other's groups. just saw another going a bit off topic. Promo for group pot 2. Chelsea. Well, not last year's champions, the year before last. Barca. Come on, boys. Forza Juve. We can't, honestly, be worse than we did last year. Like, we were poor. Atletico, RB Leipzig. And then Tottenham Hotspur, who I think we should get Champions League yet again for new they're doing the Champions League this year. Here we go, we're about to start for Group E. This is for Ajax. Wait, they're not doing the same format. Either E, F, H. Group F. So that'd be into AC's group. Oh no, Madrid? Okay, so there's not going to be a chance of... the next... Oh, here we go. Oh God, what group are we going to be putting? Oh wait, we're going to be... Oh no! Oh, we've been shitty. The two I did not want. Which one's that? Is that Juve and PSG's group? One of the strongest teams. Okay, next up we have Spurs. Interesting. I can't get over the fact we got PSG in our group, man. Shit in hell. Okay, Liverpool. That's the next team out the pot. So they're going to be in either Group A, B or C. It's actually not bad for them. Well, unless they get into Bayern's group, I reckon. They get A or B. That's pretty decent for Liverpool, that. Who are they going with? Group A. Now, Liverpool have got Ajax. Ooh. That was a pretty good pick for Liverpool, though. We're halfway through pot 2. Sevilla. So they're going to only get into B, C or... On to the third. It's the last team left. Got here. Barca. Okay, we've got Barcelona. They can only get into Group C or B or C. Group C. Is this... Oh, wait, have they got Bayern? Oh, it's a repeat of last year's group. We got Barca and Bayern yet again in the same group. Oh, we're going to get Lewandowski back against Bayern. Oh, that's going to be a good one, that. That is going to be a bloody good one. Anything on the chats? Nope. Chelsea, that's the next one. Oh, Bayern and Barca, that's going to be bloody good, that. Lewandowski against Bayern Munich yet again. Oh, okay. AC and Chelsea are in the same group, Group E. Oh, okay, so that means last one, it's got to be... Who's the last team in pot 2? Oh, Atletico Madrid. So they are in with... Is it Porto? Yeah, Atletico and Porto in Group B. Okay, now we're getting to the halfway stage of all the draws. So we got pot 3 that's coming up. Yeah, again, they're going to be showing the promo. I swear, if we get Dortmund in a bloody group, this is going to be the group of death. So far, the toughest group is either Juve, PSG, or Barca, Bayern, to be honest. Either Barca, Bayern, or Juve, PSG. So Group C or Group A. Oh, I can't believe we got PSG, man. Okay, so the promo's now down for pot 3. We're going to get started. Seeing who's going to be in what group. Oh, I'm shitting bricks right now. I can't lie to you guys. I'm shitting bricks. Oh, if we get Dortmund. Oh, God. Here we go. First team's going to be pulled out. Jesus Christ. Yo, you open the goddamn ball, lad. It ain't that difficult. Napoli. Okay, so we can't get Napoli. Thank Christ. They're going to be in either A, B, C, or D. Group A. Okay. Group A, that is Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli. Oh, that's going to be a juicy group, that. That's going to be a decent group, that. Ooh. And next, out of pot 3, we have got Salzburg. Oh, please give us Salzburg. Please give us Salzburg. Oh, I'm actually praying here. Please. Group H, please. Please. Please give us Salzburg. Oh, Jesus Christ, how long does it take to pick a fucking ball out of the pot? Oh, please. Group H, please. Let me see the H. Marker. Damn it! Oh dear, I swear if we get Dortmund, it's going to be so tough to get out of that bloody group, please. We need some help here. Benfica. Oh, there's a strong chance. It's Benfica in our group. Oh, that's going to be a tough one, that. That's going to be a tough one. Oh, dear. So we got PSG and Benfica in our group. That is going to be rough. Well, at least we didn't get Dortmund. That would have been a tougher match. They're up next. Who are they going to go into? Oh, they only could go into Group G. Oh, City, Sevilla, Dortmund. Gonna be quite tight, I'd say, for second place between them two. Still waiting for another team joining that group. Who's next? Bayern Leverkusen. Who are Leverkusen going to go with? Oh, Group B. So Leverkusen, Atletico and Porto in Group B. Not a bad group, that. So who's left, mate? Who's left? Oh, if Inter Milan going Bayern and Barca's group, that could be a really good one. That could be a real good one. Who's this? Sporting. They're next. C, D or F? Just showing what group they're going to be into. So Sporting into Group D. Just a recap of what it is. That group is now Frankfurt, Spurs and Sporting. That's quite an evenly contested group, that. That will be a very good one to watch. I think that one's going to be very tight. And who's next? Shakhtar. There's only... Oh, so wait, they only go into group... They go straight into group... They're going straight into Group F. Oh, do you know what? That is a pretty good group for Madrid there. That is going to be piece of piss. Oh, Ash, you got off a solid one there, lad. Oh, that means Inter are going to go into Barca Bayern's group. Oh, that's going to be filth. Oh, that's the group of death right there. Oh, that group right there, Barca, Bayern and Inter Milan. Oh, that's a group of death. That one's going to be a fucking good one to watch. Okay, so that's pot 3 all finished. We got the final pot coming up, pot 4. And we will see what the final group will be looking like. Just going to be probably showing the last little promo for pot 4. Last promo, and then we'll get to showing the draw very shortly. Any chats by any chance? No. Anyone watching, just drop me a message. I'll be happy to answer it. If you got any questions or thoughts? And we're getting into the final pot here, pot 4. Finalise all the groups. We shall see what all the groups will look like at the end. Let's see. Celtic. They are available to any group. So it could be very good or very bad. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. I don't think I've seen a Scottish team get to the knockout stages for some time. I would like to see it. Especially Rangers. They played pretty superb last year. And it'll be interesting to see whether or not they can play the same similar type of football against harder teams in this competition. They're in Group F. Is that Madrid? Oh, Ash, you got a bloody easy one there. Leipzig, Shakhtar, Celtic and Madrid. Madrid are going to be absolutely jumping with joy with that, with all due respect, like with all the other teams that they could have got. Second team is Marseille. Group D. Marseille in for Group D. So that is finished Frankfurt, Spurs, Sporting and Marseille. That is going to be a very tight group, that, I think. That's going to be very tight. I wouldn't say Spurs are going to go clear of that. Next is Copenhagen. They're available to 6 groups, A, B, C, E, G and H. So they could be potentially going into our group. Out of all the teams, that would probably be one that I would like to have drawn, to be honest. No disrespect, but in terms of all the teams that we could have got, in pot 3 and pot 4, Copenhagen would be the ones that I would much want to go up against. G! So they're in Man City's group. Wait, are we H or G? I keep forgetting myself. Man City, Sevilla, Dortmund and Copenhagen. Oh, Man City should go through that pretty easily. Club Brugge. Oh, come on, that's another one that I would like to get. Come on, please. When you get Rangers or someone like that in our group, I can't breast easy. I really can't. Who Club Brugge going to be going into? Group B. Okay. So Group B is looking Porto, Atletico, Leverkusen and Club. We're halfway through pot 4. Looking at the final 4 groups to be finalised. Napoli, Rangers. So you very much go through in that group. I don't think that Dynamo or Zagreb. Oh, come on. We need this. Need this. Come on. Come join G. Come on. Join G. AC, Chelsea, Salzburg, Dynamo. AC as well. They look like they could go through in the group. It's looking very good for the City A clubs. But let's see what the last team is in our group. Haifa. I can't say I've ever heard of them, to be honest. No disrespect to them fans, but like that, I've never heard of that club before in my life. Oh God, if they get put into the Group C, they're going to be ripped to pieces. Did we get them? Or did they go into the Group of Death? H. That are in our group. We have got PSG, Juventus, Benfica, and the other team. So we should get second for that. We should get second for that. There's no reason why we should not go through in that group. What's the last team? Oh, they're going to get ripped to shreds in that group. Oh, my good Lord. Oh, that group is disgusting. Group C, Bayern, Barca, Inter, and the other team. I'm sorry, I just can't pronounce these names. So that is it for the Champions League draw. It's all finished. The groups have been finalised. And we are just going to have a look over each of them one last time. So in Group A, we have Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, and Rangers. I tell you what, second place is going to be very tight. Like, it's going to be a tight fight for that. But in my opinion, who will be going through in that group? I'd say Liverpool, obviously. And I can back Napoli going through in that. Group B, we got Porto, Atletico, Leverkusen, and Club Brugge. I predict Porto and Atletico will be going through in that. Group C, Group of Death. So you got Bayern, you got Barca, and you got Inter. I mean, I can safely say which one is definitely not going to be going through. Victoria, Plains. It's tough. I don't know who to pick. I'd say Bayern, definitely. They're the ones who go through, but it's between Barca and Inter. I will go for Barca. I think Barca will be going through in that. I think Inter will get knocked out. And then Group D, you got Frankfurt, Spurs, Sporting, and Marseille. That one, I'm feeling a little bit more confident in saying Frankfurt and Spurs will be going through in that one. And then the final four groups, you've got Group E, AC, Chelsea, Salzburg, and Dynamo. Chelsea and AC, it's got to be. I would be so shocked if AC don't make it out of this group. I would be so shocked. Group F, got Madrid are through. Like, there's no point in me saying like that, but it's Madrid that's going through. Don't know about Celtic. I probably would say a safe bet. But you know what? Shakhtar, they could do bits. I'm going to go for Madrid and Shakhtar going through in that group. Group G, it's going to be Man City. And I'd say Sevilla. We'll be going through in that. And then Group H, I'm going to say it with chess. I think we will go through. I don't think we're going to top it. The PSG could probably rip us to pieces in the game. But I'd say Juve and PSG, they're going to be going through in that group. So that is my prediction for the groups, guys. and I think they're going to be dishing out the final awards, but I won't be sitting through that. But I would be very shocked and disgusted if Benzema doesn't get the Player of the Year and Ancelotti doesn't get Coach of the Year. Anything other than that is absolute criminal, in my opinion. But this has been my reaction, guys, to the Champions League draw. Please like if you enjoyed the video. Comment your thoughts on who you think is going to be going through in the group stage. And don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy this content and turn on the